Hello and welcome to Wiki Reads. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful attack helicopters ever built, the Boeing AH-64 Apache. From its origins in the Cold War to its battlefield dominance and cutting-edge technology, we are going deep on what makes the Apache one of the most respected aircraft in modern military history. Because of the upload length restrictions, this will be a 4-part series. So, if you enjoy military aviation and detailed breakdowns, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next installment. Let's get into part 1. The Hughes McDonnell Douglas Boeing AH-64 Apache is an American twin turboshaft attack helicopter with a tailwheel type landing gear and a tandem cockpit for a crew of 2. Nose-mounted sensors help acquire targets, providing night vision. It carries a 30mm M230 chain gun. Under its forward fuselage and 4 hardpoints on stubby wing pylons for armaments and stores, typically an AGM-114 Hellfire missile and a Hydra 70 rocket pods. Redundant systems help it to survive combat damage. The Apache began as the Model 77, developed by Hughes Helicopters for the United States Army Advanced Attack Helicopter Program to replace the AH-1 Cobra. The prototype, the AH-64, first flew on the 30th of September 1975. The U.S. Army selected the AH-64 over the Bell AH-63 in 1976, and later approved full production in 1982. After acquiring the Hughes helicopter in 1984, McDonnell Douglas continued AH-64 production and development. The helicopter was introduced to the U.S. Army service in April 1986. The advanced AH-64D Apache longbow was delivered to the Army in March 1997. Production has been continued by Boeing Defense, Space, and Security. As of March 2024, over 2,700 Apaches have been delivered to the United States Army and 18 international partners and allies. Primarily operated by the U.S. Army, the AH-64 has also become the primary attack helicopter of multiple nations, including Greece, Japan, Israel, the Netherlands, Singapore, and the United Arab Emirates. It has been built under license in the United Kingdoms as the Augusta Westland Apache. American AH-64s have served in conflicts in Panama, the Persian Gulf, Kosovo, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Israel has used the Apache to fight in Lebanon and the Gaza Strip. British and Dutch Apaches were deployed to wars in Afghanistan and Iraq beginning in 2001 and 2003. Development: Advanced Attack Helicopter. After the AH-56, Cheyenne was canceled in 1972 in favor of projects like the U.S. Air Force A-10 Thunderbolt II and the Marine Corps AV-8A Harrier. The United States Army sought an aircraft to fill an anti-armor attack role that would still be under the Army command. In 1948, Key West Agreement forbade the Army from owning combat fixed-wing aircraft. The Army wanted an aircraft better than the AH-1 Cobra in firepower, performance, and range. It would have the maneuverability for terrain following nap of the earth flying. To this end, the U.S. Army issued a request for proposal for the Advanced Attack Helicopter Program on 15 November 1972. As a sign of the importance of this project in September 1973, the Army designated its 5 most important projects as the Big Five, with the AH included. Proposals were submitted by Bell, Boeing, Grumman Team, Hughes, Lockheed, and Sikorsky in July 1973. The U.S. Department of Defense selected final Bell's and Hughes aircraft, Toolco Aircraft Division, later Hughes Helicopters. This began the Phase 1 of the competition. Each company built prototype helicopters and went through a flight test program. Hughes Model 77 YAH-64 Alpha, Model 77 YAH-64 Alpha prototype first flew on 30th of September 1975, while Bell's Model 409 YAH-63 Alpha prototype first flew on October 1st, 1975. After evaluating the test results, the Army selected the Hughes YAH-64 Alpha over the Bell's YAH-63 Alpha in 1976. Reasons for selecting the YAH-64 Alpha includes its more damage-tolerant four-blade main rotor and the instability of the YAH-63's tricycle landing gear arrangement. The AH-64 Alpha then entered Phase 2 of the AH program, under which 3 pre-production AH-64s would be built. Additionally, the 2 YAH-64 Alpha flight prototypes and the ground tests unit were upgraded to the same standard. Weapons and sensor systems were integrated and tested during this time, including the laser-guided AGM-114 Hellfire missiles. Development of the Hellfire missile had begun in 1974. Originally known by the name of Helicopter-Launched Fire and Forget Missiles, Hellfire being a shortened acronym, for the purpose of arming helicopter platforms with an effective anti-tank missile, into production. In 1981, 3 pre-production AH-64 Alphas were handed over to the United States Army for operational test number 2. The Army testing was successful, but afterward it was decided to upgrade to the more powerful T700 GE701 versions of the engines. Rated at 1,690 shaft horsepower, the AH-64 was named the Apache in late 1981. After the Apache tribe, following the traditional naming of Army helicopters in Native American tribes, it was approved for full-scale production in 1982. In 1983, the first production helicopter was rolled out at Hughes Helicopters facility in Mesa, Arizona. Hughes Helicopters was purchased by McDonnell Douglas for $470 million in 1984. That's the equivalent to $1.4 billion in 2025. The helicopter until later became part of the Boeing company with the merger of Boeing and McDonnell Douglas in August of 1997. In 1986, the insurmountable or flyaway cost for the AH-64 Alpha was $7 million, and the average unit cost was approximately $13.9 million based on total costs. A 1985 Department of Defense engineering analysis by the Inspector General's office reported that significant design deficiencies still needed to be addressed by the contractors. The Army project manager, Colonel Williams H. Forrester, published a list of 101 action items in the 1986, the 4 22-foot-long main rotor blades, each made from steel and composite materials glued together to maximize strength and minimize weight by the composite structure division of Alcoa Composites, were added to the list. The steel composite rotors could not meet the Army specifications for a life of 1,500 flight hours and needed replacement after just 146 hours. After 6 changes to the design, the rotor blade life extended to 1,400 hours by early 1991. As of 2024, the AH-64 Echo is being produced at an economical rate of 82 aircraft a year. Boeing states the minimum sustainment rate for the aircraft is 48 per year, while current tooling and space allows for up to 98 aircraft to be manufactured per year. The U.S. Army states that with additional investments and labor, productions could be raised to 144 aircraft per year. Further development. During the 1980s, McDonnell Douglas studied the AH-64 Bravo's features an updated cockpit, new fire control systems, and other upgrades. In 1988, funding was approved for a multi-staged upgrade program to improve sensors and weapon systems. Technological advances led to the program's cancellation in favor of more ambitious changes. In August 1990, development of the AH-64 Delta Apache Longbow was approved by the Defense Acquisitions Board. The first AH-64D prototype flew on the 15th of April, 1992. Prototype testing ended in April 1995 during testing. 6 AH-64 Deltas helicopters were pitted against a bigger group of AH-64 Alphas. The results demonstrated the AH-64Ds to have a sevenfold increase in survivability and fourfold increase in lethality compared to the AH-64 Alpha. On the 13th of October 1995, full-scale production was approved. A $1.9 billion 5-year contract was signed in August 1996 to upgrade 232 AH-64As into AH-64Ds on the 17th of March 1997. The first production AH-64D flew. It was delivered on the 31st of March. And that's a wrap up for part 1 of our deep dive into the Boeing AH-64 Apache. Today we covered its origins and development, how the need for a next generation attack helicopter shaped what would become one of the most formidable aircraft ever built. But we're just getting started. In part 2, we'll continue to break down the Apache's design, the weapon systems, and the technologies that give it its battlefield edge. If you found this interesting, head over now and continue with part 2. And don't forget to subscribe to Wiki Reads so you don't miss the rest of this 4-part series. Thanks for reading with us, and I'll see you in the next one.